What's up, YouTube? It's your boy the bonnet. You already know I'm on it. If you don't get it, we innuendo. But if you with it when it's finished in the innuendo, man, let's go. Back at it like a bad habit with another video for you guys. Let's get it in. This is gonna be Abram Preach. Simp gets humiliated by his longtime crush.
Today's topic, we're gonna pop in Truth or Drink by the Cut.
I'm TJ.
I'm Jasmine.
I'm Sethra.
Sethra. You from a Final Fantasy game? What was that? Sethra.
Wow.
She even got an anime looking head.
She's whiter than the backdrop.
You know how anime characters all have the same faces but they have different color hair to differentiate them? Yo, okay, Sethra.
I'm Sethra.
These two are comedians, so they make a lot of like jokes and stuff like that. A lot of their content's hilarious.
How long have you had a crush on me?
7-ish years?
What?
Yeah.
I just wish you would have told me earlier because I was super insecure in high school and you could have boosted my confidence.
Whoa! Not even to go out with him.
Whoa!
Hey, I would like you tell me before because I'd get more confident.
Bro, this did not go where I thought it was gonna go. When she said,
I just wish you would have told me earlier.
I'm like, oh, maybe she used to have a crush on him.
You can have a crush on somebody, and sometimes you get lucky. Like I've had it where I tell somebody, yeah, I used to have a crush. Like, oh, you should have told me. Like when you're younger, you don't think about that kind of stuff, especially when you're nervous talking to girls. So you don't think, like, let me just tell her that I like her and see how that goes. But now I've been more open and like letting people know what's up and like letting them know, like, yeah, I'm interested in you. You kind of give them some wiggle room to do what they're gonna do, but eventually you got to move on to the next person, even if it's a crush, man. You let that crush get to you, or you let that crush turn into simping, and it's gonna crush you. I'm so serious. It's not even trying to be joke time. It's gonna crush you in the long run.
She said,
Because I was super insecure in high school.
I'm like, oh, because you think he would have had a better shot with you then. No. And you're like, no. Because to boost, even then I would have never given you a shot. No, this is so cool.
What drew me to you was that like you weren't all in my face and like, hey, and I I get that often. So like it was kind of cool that you played it.
I like that the strips in his hair and stuff like that. I'm actually supposed to get my hair done tomorrow, but I like that or whatever.
Cool. Cheers.
Yeah, it's kind of cool that you like played it cool and just like sat in the friend zone forever. Yeah.
And see, you guys gotta be careful. And I'm starting to learn too. Like, it's fine to have friends, but most guys who are around females who are also single, especially if you have a crush on them, you're most likely gonna want to be with that person. If you're a decent guy, some girls aren't gonna want you. They want what they want, and they know what they want, or whatever the case is. As far as like they got certain preferences, and so yeah, it's kind of a hit or miss when it comes to that thing. But don't let it keep you down. You got to keep pushing, keep moving.
So great. Cheers. We can like go drinking to you, and I can just tell you about all the guys that I hook up with while you sit there and you just cry yourself to sleep later on at night. Yeah. Cheers. Reminds me of Hillary from Fresh Prince.
Yeah, but not without this.
Between the two of us, who's more attractive?
Oh, definitely you.
Definitely you. Wow. I get the whole aspect of, okay, you got to give the young lady a compliment, whatever, right? You want to say that she looks good. But you got to be careful with overly complimenting people and stuff. We're all learning as we get older. So I had to kind of be careful as I get older with doing too much for females because they'll take advantage of you. I remember when I was freaking in school, but I used to like sit there and do the like gentleman thing. Like, oh, I'm taking my tray to the dumpster. So I offer to take like, it wasn't a bunch of girls, but maybe it was like maybe one, maybe two. I don't think it was at the same time, but people caught wind of that, and everybody's like, yo, here, you take my tray too, man. I was like, no, I'm not taking your tray. And they looking like you took her tray or whatever the case is. And regardless of if it was another female, some guys even was thinking I was just going to dump their tray. Like, no, bro. No. So you got to be careful with just that nice or compliments and stuff overall. Like, you can be nice to people, but be careful because people will try to immediately take advantage. And then imagine if I just started doing it like, all right, fine. And then they like, okay, he's going to do it all the time now. It's going to be a habit. No.
Oh, I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
I would have said that too.
Wow. And she just, instead of her complimenting him back, she was like, you know what? You think I'm pretty? Yeah, I think so too. Someone say, oh, you're beautiful. I know. Like, okay.
Oh, I'm glad you said that. I would have said that too. That's not awkward at all, but it kind of is. But I ain't mad at her. That's self-awareness. If you know you look good, you look good, and it's a fact. She looks.
I'm glad we all collectively decided that the dread guy is a gentle king, and she was just way too into herself. Yeah.
Better than he does. So I ain't mad at it. It's rough. It's in your face, but I kind of like it like that.
Here's a problem.
What?
When you say that I know I'm good looking and you're not very charismatic, people are going to look at you like you're an ass. Even if it is true, that is how people will view you. I guarantee you, if I go to the comments, people are going to be mad at this girl.
Sure, but she's right.
I feel like I'm pretty attractive.
It's you. It's you.
Definitely you.
No.
Definitely you, yeah. You fine as hell. What you talking about?
I mean, I get whatever this kind of situation is, but it's funny that they both could kind of like agree, which is something you want to be able to interact with somebody who's not going to be self-absorbed. That's the word I was trying to use. You want to be able to interact with somebody and they be like, yeah, you look good, I look good.
Come on, now look at you.
This looks like two people in a young couple trying to say, you hang up. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. You hang Shut the f up and hang up.
Oh, if I was your slave, what's the first thing you'd ask me to do?
Be yourself. You don't deserve to be my slave, milady. I feel like he's a white knight like that.
Yeah.
And you got to be careful being a white knight, bro. Like, I think that is borderline atrocious. That might be a little bit pushing it past simping or on the same level, but yeah, you got to be careful with that, man. Like, you just doing too much at that point. I think simping, I think that's a level, that's like simping level 2, bro.
Damn.
See? She's disappointed that he doesn't. What I tell you, she's disappointed that this guy doesn't know how he's gonna treat her as a slave. What am I watching? You don't know how you.
She got la deception.
Like
la deception.
Guarantee.
I would definitely have you eat me out while I play video games.
I was attracted.
No comment.
Let's go.
You never forget the moment. Yeah.
You never forget the moment that a random commercial comes on and it blows it out of you. And you be glad when you're able to skip it.
Right? Like when you're a very nice dude and some broads like submissiveness, you never gonna have a chance.
So he says that, and I actually dated somebody who wanted somebody to be like aggressive. They wanted you to be aggressive in a certain way with them or whatever, and kind of like just overall, especially like sexually and stuff like that, which in some aspects, okay, it could seem cool, but then at other times you might feel like it's taking you out of character in some aspects. But that's why most girls go for more like abusive guys, because they are more aggressive in certain aspects. But I mean, you could come out of your show a little bit, but some of that stuff is just not, it's not happening, man. If you're a certain kind of way, no one's going to be able to change you. And then that's going to lead them to want to go do something with somebody else anyway. Especially if they think you're a good person and they still try to keep you, then they probably cheating.
They like that assertiveness. That you got to be assertive. I mean, I'm not that assertive. So
Yeah, that's what you have. This is what they want.
It's like, I can't say no.
I'm not sure. Damn.
I need you to.
I would have just either gave an answer right away and not beat around the bush. Because that's, see, I guess and then that's what females want you to have, like, say something right away. Like, not just be like, or whatever. And I guess she wanted him to say an answer because, typically speaking, that could have been his moment to shine if he would have said something kind of like, oh, okay, I see you. Or whatever, she would have looked at him kind of, like, interested. But when you're boring in a sense where you don't really, like, say nothing that they're looking for, then they're not going to be wanting to really entertain whatever you got going on. I mean, he's just trying kind of like chill. He probably doesn't really think like that, but still, I would have just gave a straight answer and then would have drunk right away. Because if you either answer the question or take a sip,
You take a drink. That's lame.
I know everyone's gonna rag on her because he's so like shy and passive, and she's being like a bit like assertive. But that's what she likes. She likes assertive men, and this guy's being so passive. It's kind of pathetic, to be honest with you. I'm more mad at the dude for being so pathetic. And then to be into a girl who's nothing like him. Look, she told him, take a drink. And like a little he did.
Because
This guy's so deep in the friend zone, he's 6 feet under it.
he doesn't know he's in the friend zone.
No. Bruh. He's in the basement, the simp zone.
Yeah.
I wish.
Simp zone. Which, see, that's the thing. People get mad when they're in the friend zone, but when you're in the simp zone, it's like you're never good. Like being in the friend zone is hard for you to get out of, but when you're in the simp zone, it's to a point where you're like obsessively just doing whatever and treating a specific female or certain females a certain kind of way, just to think like you're gonna get with them, but you're not even out of the friend zone, but friend zone. But now you're doing stuff in a way where females are just looking like, okay, yeah, sure. You want to do this for me? You want to pay for my dinner and be like, whatever the case is. They say it's being a nice guy, but low key they treat it like it's being a simp, and they're not gonna sit there and give you the time of day.
Wish I knew the answer to that.
Me
question.
too.
Brutal. So pathetic. Listen, being a nice and timid guy is not a problem, but understand that if that girl, you're not her type, don't waste your time.
To kiss me on the lips or take a shot.
Come on,
I
another
decided to make it my
ad.
personal mission.
I decided to make it my personal mission to skip this ad, bro, because I'm tired of seeing them, man. I don't care. Go get it, bro. Go get it. Listen, if the opportunity presents itself, that's why I said you got to be confident in yourself. The opportunity presents itself to just say what's on your mind. You do what you got to do, whatever. But you got to be careful when it comes to saying too much or doing too much. Because some stuff can seem cool and some stuff can seem a little too creepy. And sometimes you don't really know. Because females won't tell you. They talk about it to their friends. Like, hey, yo, this guy, he just won't stop talking to me. And then, but then when you, even if you talk to her and be like, am I doing whatever the case, females will not let you know that at all. They don't want to sit there and make it seem like they want you to just be yourself or whatever the case is. But you could be doing the most and they won't give you feedback on that. And next thing you know, you be wondering why you're still stuck in the friend zone or whatever the case, because you're doing all the wrong stuff. But keep being you regardless. Just don't be pressed over people.
Yes.
No hesitation.
Let's go.
No hesitation.
Going in.
That's how I like to see it.
Rainbow Six, we're going in.
Listen, the doors were closed to you. You were deep in that friend zone, and a little light was shown. And Moses parted the Red Sea, and out of the red zone, you began to see the light, and you took it.
It is wow. But yeah, seize the opportunity, man.
If Moses parted the Red Sea for my nigga, Moses drowned him, okay?
Pharaoh came back and he got drowned.
My boy did not make it on Noah's Ark. He definitely drowned. God bless you.
Wow.
She drank that so fast to make a statement.
I'd hang out with you again.
Yeah. Likewise.
I know.
Whoa.
See, and then it gets to that point, and I know she's more honest about it, but it gets to that point where it's like, okay, so he said that, but now she said, yeah, like I'm pretty sure you would. You got a crush on me. You're obsessed with it, whatever. Like you gotta be careful.
Oh, I'd hang out.
Okay, here's my advice to dude. Stop seeing her, bro. You need to work on whatever you got going on or find someone else who's more up your alley. Bro, you are not her type.
You don't have
and she's
to
not
work-
interested in you.
You don't have to work on.
Yes, it's more open about it. Sometimes you can interact with people, and people will not let you know if they're interested. You could have a little bit of chemistry, but people will still play games, man. And sometimes they won't really tell you, like, oh yeah, I'm interested or I'm not interested. It's kind of like a guessing game here and there. So just be mindful of that when you're going out there for somebody that you think you want or you really want, whatever the case. And sometimes people aren't ready at that time. That's fine. You got to continue to just keep moving forward. Find the person who is ready, or take time to self-reflect and just find yourself first, and then come back. And if it's meant for you two to be, then it's meant for you two to be. But people overall, females and guys, sometimes will get in their own way and not even realize, like, if a person's trying to just take time for themselves and they're not ready to get into a relationship, sometimes they'll self-sabotage, or they're not sure about you because you seem like a good one, but they're trying to, and it's like, then you end up missing out on something that could have been like a good person. It could have been the perfect person for you. So you just gotta be careful with that kind of stuff.
Nothing. If that's who you are as a person, this girl is not for you. That's it.
No.
I don't think you have to work on anything because that would be disingenuous of who you are.
Right.
If that is who you are, move the on.
That's right.
That is just not you.
Tell him.
That's it. Don't work on nothing.
She's still looking at him with contempt. And any woman that deems you pathetic will look at you with contempt.
Basically, you got to sit there and actually, like, first of all, just hovering around people, females or anybody in general. You could try your best. Like, I'm not going to give up on nobody, but you got to keep moving forward because there's going to be somebody for you. You just got to have your standards up to a certain point and focus on improving yourself. Go out there, find that right person. You see the red flags, keep it moving. Everybody got their red flags, but you just got to be careful out here and stuff like that. And sometimes if you do too much, people will kind of look at you and be like, okay. Like, in their mind, they know what they want. And sometimes they won't even tell you that you're not for them or you're not their type. They'll just sit there and act like, oh, it's okay. He'll be okay.
PlayTruthOrDrink.com and buy the game and play it.
Yeah, and you can do this shit off camera so you can actually get wild with it.
You had the option too, but that's fine.
You are not. She looked.
Basically, she looking like, what are you even talking about? You don't even seem like you really get it to some. And it could have been like a comfortable thing. But if you're your crush, so to speak, he could be to a certain degree in a certain direction. But maybe, I don't know, like when you're around your crush, the nervousness probably make you either say stuff or not do stuff, or you don't want to seem like a little bit off in one direction because you don't know what you say or do might make you seem more attractive or less attractive. But just keep doing you as long as you're not creepy about it and weird about it, man. You just gotta keep doing you. Apologies, my mic just randomly cut off. It cut off again, bro. What the freak? Like I was saying, they'd be like, he'll be okay because they figured he'll be able to survive. They don't really care as far as like your feelings and if it really affects you overall. Like, that's the biggest thing. Like, is it really going to be a significant difference if I talk to him or not? Or he's not really my type? But then just not really sharing that information with the person to just keep having them guessing or assuming maybe something might work is crazy. I feel like that in and of itself it's insane. But people do that, and so you never know. I mean, unless you go up to that, that's why I'm like, I'm just honest with people, and I just talk to people. I see what's actually going on. I'm like, okay, you seem cool, you seem interested, talking to like, I go up to people, whatever. If they're not interested, they're not interested. If they are, they are. But you got to be more like open to be like, hey, yo, what's going on? And are you digging me? You feeling me? If not, okay, cool. Whatever. I just need to know what's really going on. But females, I don't know if they're trying to spare your feelings or whatever the case is, but they won't really tell you what's really going on. Most people would probably be like, yeah, or no, or whatever, but you'd be surprised. People would kind of like dance around the subject, and you got to kind of fish it out of them to even figure out where their mind is. Like, I sat there and had a conversation with this one young lady trying to figure out what's really going on, and the first time, like, I was like, yeah, you know what's up, feeling you, whatever. Let me know what you think. A lot of times females know when you like them, okay? You show signs. You're like, hey, like you show the signs when you want to hang out and interact with them or whatever the case is. They know when you like them. But when you actually start to like talk to them more and more, they won't just, oh, hey, I'm actually not interested, or they won't say it to you. They kind of just have you guessing, and you won't know if they're trying to like figure out their life or if they got other stuff going on, because they won't tell you that either. But it's like, okay, but you see that I'm trying to like make this effort to go out with you, so let me know what's up so I can know if I'm wasting my time or not. And I don't know, maybe it's in a way of how they do stuff, like if you ask to hang out and they don't hang out kind of thing, or they say I'll let you know and they don't. Like, maybe it just depends on like what's actually going on and what they're doing. Like if they're just constantly hanging out and everything, like everything is like perfect and stuff, and then when you ask them up, like, oh, I'm actually not interested, that could probably throw you off. But if they show disinterest in the beginning, or if it's kind of in between, that something's going on, but I just need communication is a big thing, and no one communicates. But yeah, one young lady, talked to her, because I had to actually like talk to her to see what's going on. I'm like, let me know what's up, and have a conversation the first time, and it was kind of just like other stuff going on. Wasn't really looking for people to date at the time, and I'm like, okay, cool. So as time passes or whatever, I'm seeing what's going on, but she's just trying to get her life situated. She's trying to get herself together overall, which I can understand that, but sometimes it just depends on the person. Some people will get into a relationship and still be able to get their life situated, and others want to do it the reverse way, which I feel like, to me, it's gonna, I mean, you might find the right person, but if you take too long, you might miss out on the right person. So it's better to secure the right people now, and then that way you both can build and focus on what you need to focus on. But that's why I'm just taking my time and just going with the flow. You know, I'm not really stressing over anything. I just, if it's the right person, the right person. But that's why it's good to be single, man. You can figure out yourself and figure out your life and figure out everything else. So, but if you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share with your friends. I put videos out every single week. We are on the road to 100 on this commentary channel, man. Let's get it in. I appreciate you guys. I love you. Thank you for rocking with me. Let's see if we can get the subs up, man. I'm gonna try to post more videos up on all my channels and stuff. But there's a lot of it's interesting topics, man. I'm trying to just cover it all. So just be careful. Don't be a simp. Don't find yourself in the friend zone or the simp zone. Like, you could be friends with people, but being in the friend zone is kind of in a position where you really, it's hard to kind of get out of that abyss, that sunken place of you going with that person. So it's either you let them know right then, and that's why I'm like, I talk to people and see what's up. So you either tell them right then and there, like, I'm interested in you, and if it's not going to work, then it's not going to work. But don't simp over nobody. And simping is a little bit worse than just being in the friend zone, because the friend zone might be a possibility. But once you start simping, you kind of put yourself in a position where you're just doing stuff for people. Like, it might sit to be like, they might find out, oh yeah, I can give him money or whatever. And assuming they might be like, he can give me money or whatever, and thinking like, okay, he gave me money. He's giving me gifts. So I don't even need to date him because he's doing all this stuff just for my attention. So yeah, just don't. No. Some females will see that and be like, oh, okay, cool, and will go for it and go with you. Females will be like, oh, yeah, nah, I already got his attention, so that's all he's going to get from me. So just be mindful of that. But yeah, other than that, appreciate you guys. I love you. Stay blessed. No stress. Like God, take care of rest, and I'll see you guys in the next, man. You want to out. Peace.